Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? Let's get this mic dialed in here. M-Gal, what up? What up, Miata boy? M-Gal saying, love the interview with Buckley and Dumas. I'm glad you're enjoying it. That was the final clip of the Dumas interview I just dropped today, so we just got some more Buckley clips dropping until Sunday. Then full interview will drop on Sunday. I might drop it at like 10 a.m. Pacific. Late night stream. So shout out to everybody joining the late night stream. I'm just posting a link to the story real quick, but while I'm posting the link to the story, I can give you guys a little rundown. We got a lot of stuff to react to, actually. We got fucking, well, first and foremost, the headline, the thumbnail. Nick Diaz gives an update from rehab. So we'll look at that real quick. It's only like a 15-second video, but everybody loves Nick Diaz news, so I figured that's the headline for the day. We'll scope out the Jake Paul versus AJ final face-off. We will also check out the Andrew Tate and I was so bored I had to watch MMA Joey. Bro has downs. Shout out Miata boy. You know Miata boy, I was thinking that I'm not gonna name a name because I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be a hater. You know, we all in the same field, right? So I don't want to put another man in the field down. But I will tell you my genuine thought. I got off stream last night and somebody's live stream popped up. He's not one of the big names, not like an MMA Joey, not a guru. But I clicked into his live stream just to see what I'm competing with. And I was like, damn, these boys are low key. Like, I'm not going to say you boys are lucky, but shit. Some of these guys live streaming MMA, it ain't the same as this one. I'll tell you guys that much right now. But shout out Miata boy for leaving MMA Joey and coming over here. My mans. I think I was saying something and I got completely railroaded. Oh, I want to look at, we were talking about Dean the Great. Yesterday, I was giving Dean the Great shit. The guy's growing on me. He had the craziest fucking press conference line I've heard in a minute. It was quite insane. Okay, let me just, Perry go. Shout out M-Gal. Thank you. M-Gal, how much you drop on those tickets to Jake Paul AJ? And what did you guys think? If you guys both watched the clip of Buckley today talking about how he would have preferred if Shavkat just said the N-word, I mean, you guys have any thoughts on that or no? I'm going to mute it real quick so I can put this song on the story and then I'll unmute. Fuck it. I don't think I put the best song on my story, but I didn't have enough time. Anyway, $200 M-Gal. Not bad, not bad. Miata Boy says there's only 3 MMA streamers I watch. You know what MMA? Shit. Miata Boy, I'm glad I'm one of them. I'm glad I'm one of them, homie. All right. Let's take a look at okay, let's do let's do this Nick Diaz update real quick because that is the thumbnail. And then We'll react to some press conference clips. No, then we'll do AJ weigh-in, reaction. Then we'll do press conference clips from Andrew Tate, Chase Demoor. And then we'll go ahead and do some of the damn, I think my fucking door's open, motherfucker. And then we'll do the Sean Strickland, Adin Ross live stream, okay? Motherfucker, my shit's open. I just know it and I'm fucking yelling. 1 second. Also, I did see that MMA Guru made a reaction video to that Ilia Topuria news yesterday. I saw some new Ilia Topuria news. I'm barely going to report on that shit. It doesn't even make sense. And the fact that MMA Guru is trying to make sense out of it with like a whole video post that I didn't watch, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's just trying to make content, so I won't get on his ass too much, but I'll definitely kind of correct what he's saying. And I almost want to do that right now. I just want to get this off my chest real quick. Yeah, let's do that right now. Yeah, of course, all these new reports. I mean, this shit just doesn't make sense to me. You guys heard me react to it yesterday. I'm not really going to do it again right now. I'm just going to react to what MMA Guru said. This is just my logic, okay? We can, share your opinion. I don't know what opinion you got on this, but share it if you got one. Okay, so he just said something along the lines of, if this case continues to go in the direction that it is currently going, that it currently is, in favor of Ilia Topuria's innocence, he needs to make sure there are legal consequences for her actions. Clearing his own name is not enough justice. That's not it. This is it. Miata Boy says Guru has inside information. Okay. If he has inside information, maybe I need to go watch his video. But real quick, before we even get to his inside information, which I will go look into, drop it in the chat too, Miata Boy. Just fill me in. Spoil it for me so I don't got to waste 30 minutes. So Guru said this, what the actual fuck have I just read? This is such a disgusting situation that should almost force a public response out of Georgina at this point. It says she only claimed abuse after Ilia filed for a civil separation, then made financial demands so that she wouldn't go public. Bro, where is it? There's only one tweet I want to respond to. Did he like delete it or something? He must have deleted it or something. There was a tweet that Guru made where he said Ilia Topuria's ex-wife claimed that she wanted to make financial demands, right, before going public. And then Ilia honored them. In my opinion, low-key, that's fishy for Ilia. Low-key, that's fishy for Ilia. Why would Ilia want to honor her financial demands if he's an innocent man? That was the one thing I had to say, though. I mean, it says she only claimed abuse after Ilia filed for a civil separation, then made financial demands so that she wouldn't go public. And then he accepted the financial demands, which I don't know. Maybe I read that wrong. Who the fuck knows? But I swear I read that on Guru's thing. And my thing is, why did Ilia accept those fucking demands, bro? If he's an innocent man, why would you accept that? That's my biggest thing. You know, I would love to defend Ilia Topuria, but I just gotta keep it honest on my end. I'm gonna have to watch the video. There's a lot of info. Okay, okay. Yeah, the tweet's not here anymore. I swear he deleted it. He had to have deleted it. But I'll go ahead and watch the video. It's fine. Replies. I do low-key agree with this one, though. If this case continues to go in the direction in favor of Ilia Topuria, he needs to make sure there are legal consequences for her actions. Clearing his own name is not enough justice. That's facts for sure. That's 100% facts right there. I 100% agree with that. If she's just capping about everything, ruining his good name, it's not just enough to prove that he's innocent. She should face legal repercussions. But this is exactly what happened with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, if you guys know that. So, all right, let's look at the Nick Diaz thing real quick. Nick Diaz dropped a video. Shout out to BBJ Ninja Recovery. I think it's like the Diaz brothers. I don't know, not a nutritionist, but like a physiotherapist. And he always posts these updates. That's where I always get them from. And yeah, Nick Diaz said, I'm currently working on my health and I'll be home soon. So let's just watch it real quick.
Hey, I'm Nick Diaz. I'd like Squad, Ruben, Theo, and my family to take care of my house. I'm currently focused on my health and I'll be home soon.
So I'd like Squatter Squad and some names he mentioned to take care of my house. I'm currently focusing on my health and I'll be home soon. He's looking, he looks a bit like quite a bit better. Obviously, he probably hadn't showered and shit like that, but he looks a lot better. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He looks a lot better. He put weight back on. He looks normal again. And yeah, hopefully he does come home soon. But aside from that, it sounds like he got squatters at his fucking house, bro. He got squatters at his house, and I think it's his ex-girlfriend. Let's take a look real quick. Because a few weeks ago, BJJ Ninja Recovery was posting all kinds of stuff about her. He was pissed off at her. Here it is, right here.
Days promise to hold on. Me and my dogs.
Here's just a little video he posted of Nick. And he said, your real homies will never turn their back on you, my brother. I woke up this morning feeling grateful to have met you and your younger brother. We became lifelong trusted friends. Thank you for all the things you taught me and the life journey you have shared with us. All I can do is pray to see you get better and always do my part. We'll always have you and your younger brother's back in bad or good times, my boy. I will see you soon, my brother. Okay, so this was 2 weeks ago. And then before this, he posted a few things. So let's just go into it from the beginning. Okay, so here is another thing from Nick Diaz's girlfriend, this K209 ex-girl. She was posting fake news about him, if you guys remember. Saying Nick was being held hostage in rehab and all this stuff. That was fake news. She was trying to, I don't know, get someone to get him out so she could kick it with him. BJJ Ninja Recovery shut all that shit down. This was like a month ago I'm talking about, but this is some new shit she's on right now. And BJJ Ninja said, you know what it is. If you don't know, now you know. I got 99 problems, but a crazy broke ex ain't one. Holy. So shit, I guess we should just read this. Yes, there was Nick versus Kayla without Nick's permission. His mother and his cousin Ruben, whom he hadn't seen in 10 years, filed a restraining order in SJ County, typed it out and signed Nick's name to it. They did this to use as an eviction tool to get me out of his house while Nick is away. I did hear Nick say Ruben. in that video. We can go back to it in a second, but if you want me to read between the lines here, Nick gave Nick gave permission to his mom and his cousin Ruben to get her out of the motherfucking house that she's squatting in. Okay? And here's her posting on her story saying, Nick's mom and cousin signed an eviction notice without my permission. So here Nick is in the video saying, nah, you guys have my permission. And Squatter Squad basically take care of my house. Get these people out of here, right? AKA this girl, Kay. Okay, so just picking up where I left off. Nick's name to it, or typed it out and signed Nick's name to it. They did this to use as an eviction tool to get me out of his house while Nick is away. But wrote it out impersonating Nick exactly like they were Nick, as if it was Nick speaking directly about me with a sworn affidavit that she signed too. After Nick's mother called the sheriffs with a fake domestic violence, and I was arrested because she told them it was her home, untrue, and also filed a false report and said that Nick was living at the property, even though he was in the facility 800 miles away. Nick did not give her permission to take me out of the home, or make these calls. SJ sheriffs came with a dozen SUVs with guns and canines looking for Nick. If Nick was here, he could have been harmed in a standoff. All because she lied and then gave them permission to break my door down, and I went to jail over fraudulent paperwork, and because the SJ sheriffs couldn't find Nick and didn't do their job to get a hold of Nick. Melissa cost me $4,000 to bail out, and I had to call the sheriff for a wellness check and search the whole house for Nick because they still believed he was inside the home. All of this could have been avoided if the SJ sheriffs did their job and was in contact with Nick directly. Those orders said Nick Diaz on them, and they didn't protect Nick. Then they hired an attorney that fraudulently represented Nick, and in the courtroom, Nick on the phone wouldn't speak to him to his own attorney hired by his mother and Ruben, and made it clear that I'm his girl and to leave me alone. All of this wasting Nick's UFC check and money to attack me and lose. All orders were dropped on me. There is no restraining order. Nick and I are fine. I am back home, and I've spoken to him directly. We are together soon. So she got back in the motherfucking house, bro. Just, I don't want to make too many speculations or assumptions until I confirm that Nick is giving permission to Ruben and his mom, which I'm 99% sure of. But it's just like, you really think that Nick's mom is not going to have his best interest? You're kidding me, right? Of course Nick's mom has his best interest. Of course she does. By the way, everybody like the stream and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Let's look what else is on here. Okay, I'm not all over social media. Nick gave me instructions from day one to get Kayla and her dad out of his house. By the way, he is losing his house because of them. His instructions, get Kayla and her dad out of his house. So I asked him to do a video saying so, and he did. She threatened him with arrest if he returned to his own home. I wrote down everything he told me and had him read it and sign it via a notary. They saw him on video sign it. Also, multiple witnesses were there watching him sign it. They can provide statements. 3, the only reason the unlawful detainer was dropped was because Nick changed his mind, and the restraining order was dropped as well because he changed his mind. He is the one who signed onto both of them initially. I made sure of that. 4, most of what she posts is nonsense. 5, I contacted her for months when Nick first got into rehab and called her, and she refused to answer her phone or talk to Nick. She has been invited down to see him personally. Every time I called, she didn't answer. She didn't care about Nick until Nick wanted to kick her out of his house. The whole idea of kicking her out was Nick's idea. This is from Nick Diaz Army on Facebook. I don't know if it's his mom or Ruben, but I'm assuming it's one of the two. And again, that video that surfaced of Nick strung out on like heroin outside on the street, lighting pieces of grass on fire, shirtless and shit like that. Rumor has it she posted that, talking about Nick's girlfriend. Now, Nick's girlfriend and her dad is squatting at his house. On top of that, Nick did change his mind about the restraining order or something, so I think she was let back in. Because it says the only reason the unlawful detainer was dropped was because Nick changed his mind and the restraining order was dropped. Dropped as well because he changed his mind. So Nick changed his mind about pursuing his ex-girlfriend or whatever. Or his current girlfriend. He's going back and forth. Nick can't make up his damn mind about this girl Kay. But if you know Nick, if you're a true fan of Nick, you know that Nick lost a girlfriend in like a car accident or something like that. So Nick, he a broken dude. So with women, I think he got some, detachment issues maybe because he got trauma from back in the day. Let's see what else is on here. Six, she was sleeping with two of Nick's friends, minimum. And Nick was with a girl named Emily and called her his girlfriend to his parents on the phone. So it must be this guy, Ruben. He was with Emily prior to getting into rehab because Kayla was sleeping with a friend of his. Damn, how toxic, bro. 7, I was told me Kayla had videos of him to blackmail him. Also, he told me she was disgusting to him and he hadn't slept with her for years. He also asked me to get back his social media platforms, therefore the restraining order. Dude, this is confusing. He also asked me to get back his social media platforms, therefore the restraining order. I wrote out what he told me. 8, everything I did was on point to attempt to get him away from this woman, when he wanted that. I did not sign anything for him. Nick changes his mind constantly. One day she's his girlfriend or fiance, and then he bangs some girl in rehab and calls another girl his woman, and that he wants to have a child with another woman, not Kayla. This is a circus, people. Damn. I think this is that Ruben dude. And Nick, you're not supposed to be fucking having sex in rehab, homie. But shout out to that fucking blonde snow bunny you were with, because she was kind of bad, low-key. Kayla is a part of it, and this is why Nick's in rehab. He even said she was the reason he was in rehab. That if he knew how to get back his house on his own, that he wouldn't be in rehab or ever been on drugs as much as he was. Yeah, Nick is in a crazy ass Diddy or Ian Gary situation. You're right, Miata boy. Even worse. This is like what Ian Gary is going to be facing in about 10 or 15 years. Hopefully not. There's 2 more posts to look at. Dear Kayla209, here's the caption. The hard truth / reality is you are cooked, burnt, and we wish you well. Go away already. Damn. Okay, so here's what she said. Look, I've also been Nick's girlfriend / fiance / wife. He calls everyone that, LOL, for 10 years. Gosh, Nick, you stop doing that. I will keep my identity private because one thing Nick was good at was protecting me. And over the last 6 years, he especially wanted me protected from Kayla. So this is a different girlfriend. He was living with me a while back and in a rehab treatment, but left my house and the treatment the second Kayla found out where he was. I have visited him in the current rehab facility he is in, which, by the way, is the best thing for him and the best I have seen him in years. After the hugs and the catching up, the first thing he mentioned was, is Kayla out of my house? How much longer? How do I get my social media back from her? Then he went on to tell me all the things he was working on, but that's none of y'all's business except the part where he mentioned how Kayla is manipulative, how she blackmails him, how he can't get rid of her, how her dad threatens him, and how crazy the whole situation was, and reminded me he wanted me away from all that. I've kept my mouth shut for a very long time. Damn, is there more to this? Let's see. No, it doesn't look like it. So here's the last one. Okay, so let's read the caption and then we'll read the post. BJJ Ninja Recovery says, posting for a family member / advocate. This squatter # dumb bitch just won't stop her campaign. Some people are so lost in touch with reality, there's no reason to record a conversation during a recovery session while in rehab and post on social media about Nick Diaz's personal life and mental state of mind. I believed this is harmful than good in helping my brother Nick to heal and move on to the next phase of the program. This woman who claims to be Nick's fiance and wants to have a baby with Nick and Martin, who is Nick's former roommate, wants to be in a happy marriage. This woman is delusional and needs heavy medication or need to get off drugs herself. All of Nick's family and friends just want to see Nick to get better. Those of us helping Nick want nothing in return. All we want to see is Nick to live the life that he deserves. Please keep supporting and pray for my brother Nick Diaz. All right, and here's the last thing that she wrote, I guess. Here's an update. Nick calls recorded. Nick's calls recorded by Kayla is a crime. Releasing, recording all of Nick's therapy sessions, which is protected health information, recording calls without his consent, in addition to making Nick look bad due to his changing emotions while in rehab. She failed to release his words that make her look real quick about that, in addition to making Nick look bad due to his changing emotions while in rehab. That might be why she's recording it. Because Nick be telling her he loves her one day and then calls the cops and gets a restraining order on her the next. So she's like, you're confusing the fuck out of me. You tell me I'm allowed to stay at your house probably, calling me your wife and shit like that. Then the next day you don't. So I'm finna record these calls so that when the cops come, I'm not gonna get, kicked out of here and be homeless because you keep telling me I can stay here. That's just my read on that part. Okay. Nick is obviously kind of, has something to do with this. Anyway, she failed to release his words that make her look bad and tell a different story. And I got information that he's pissed that she's releasing his therapy sessions where he's on the phone with her. You can see on the call she's baiting him. Only a narcissist would record calls of a therapy session and bait the patient. You definitely shouldn't be recording the therapy sessions. You should only be recording something if it confirms you're kind of allowed to stay at the house. But yeah, health information, that's private. You can't be doing that. Nick is confronting his past and trying to make sense of it. That's the reason for the calls. Nick asked her to stop posting, and she posted, "Fuck your Mexican rehab." Kayla helped him to relapse. Ooh. Damn. Kayla helped him to relapse. That's fucked. Thank you, Kayla, for relapsing Nick and ruining Nick's reputation. Nick really appreciates that you listened to him. Damn. Nick really appreciates that you listened to him. Oh, Nick really appreciates that you listened to him. Being sarcastic. I was like, what the hell does that mean? Damn. This is fucked. Ricky LaFleur, how we doing today, brown guy? I'm doing great, homie. I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to Jake Paul's demise tomorrow night. That's what I'm looking forward to. But this is the Nick Diaz update. If you guys saw, these have been all the updates they've been posting. So we did look at this a few weeks ago. We got a video on it already, so I won't rehash it. But, all this stuff is here if you want to read it. Pause the video. 'Cause if you haven't seen it, I'll leave this up for you for a second. Okay? But that was just Nick, before and after, how he's looking now, how he was looking when he went in there. Put on a lot more weight. You feel me? And then this was just consent that BBJ Ninja Recovery had to post the photo in the first place because people were on his ass about posting it. So he posted the proof that he had consent to post it. Let's listen to this real quick.
I'm Nick Diaz. I like Squad, Ruben, Theo, and my family.
Ruben, Theo, and my family. That's pretty much what I heard. It could be wrong, but I heard Ruben, Theo, and my family take care of my house.
Care of my house. I'm currently focused on my health, and I'll be home soon.
Okay. Shout out to you, Nick. This is the normal Nick right here, in my opinion. So he looks good. I don't know what this is.
Snatch your heart out your body.
Oh, damn. So when they said Martin, that's Martin Santa, Martin the Spartan, who Nick got an opportunity in the UFC. You're kidding me, bro. You're kidding me. Martin Sano, the Spartan? Bro, this guy was supposed to be Nick's brother. He out here fucking Kayla and shit like that? That's dirty as fuck, bro. Nick gave this guy so much. Nick gave this guy so much, bro. Look at this scoundrel. Go get your own puss, homie. Go get your own fucking puss. That's ridiculous. What up, AD? What's poppin', AD? I'm chilling, homie. We just breaking down the whole Nick Diaz situation. I didn't even know it was this messy. I saw all these posts a few weeks ago. Well, 2 weeks ago when it came out. And I was like, I don't really care about it. You feel me? It's a lot to read. But now that they posted the update, I'm glad that I reacted to all of it now. because I think it tied it all together. Damn, bro. Shout out to Nick. I hope he's doing all right. He'll be back before we know it, boys. He'll be back before we know it. HT, what up, HT? HT, I fucking thanked you for your nice comment yesterday, and you left a wild ass comment today, homie. Insanity. I don't know, HT. It's a bit wild, homie. I don't want to get on your bumper too much, but it's like, god dang it, HT. Especially with the conversation we had yesterday. Anyway, Martin has a Anthony Smith ass MMA record. He does 4-3, 4-3. What do you guys think of this though? SD Dumas on the hate he receives online from UFC fans. Everybody wanted to kill Jesus. Take a look at this. I just felt like this was a good clip right here. What do you guys think?
If I went and murdered somebody, yes, look at me like, yeah, I'm fucked up. Bro, people go through a lot of shit that is basically family, life, athlete shit. You know, and I just look at people like, you know, like going through all this experience because I got to check in and all this extra shit and blah, blah, blah. And I see these same people that's checking in and I hear them be like, oh man, I don't have the money to pay this and that and this and the other. And I'm over here like, man, I remember you. You was the dude that was talking shit online about me. And oh, look at you. You're in this same place too. Oh, you got a DUI? Oh, because you want to drink and drive. Oh, so you okay with killing somebody behind the wheel, but want to bash or a fighter because some shit you don't know is true or not true, or you just want to keep going at it. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy that people give me so much backlash. But like I told Dante, bro, I respect that man because of that reason. If I went and murdered somebody, because of that reason, because you know a lot of people do backlash me, and that's why I can't wait to show everybody off. Because when everybody starts saying congrats and all that, hey, I'm gonna play that song. What, she smiling in your face, right? Huh? Okay, I'm not no disrespect to nobody, but it's like this: when I start winning, I want you to show me that same hatred that you've been showing me, because I am not dealing with no fake shit. People always say, oh, bro, you need to stop posting your business. You need to stop doing this. Bro, I'm going to post whatever I want. And if
Yeah, don't
anybody
listen to him.
don't
Do
care,
whatever you want to do.
yeah, like I tell people, I'm going to post what I want. And if a person feels some way about it, that means I got to you some way. That's it. Everybody want to kill Jesus because he was just trying to make a positive outlook on shit.
The comparison is crazy, but I got what he was saying. I got what he was saying, but the comparison was fucking crazy. It had to be clipped off. Shout out to SD.
But guess what? It's like you gonna always have hate, and I realize because of that reason, because you realize that now. And since I know that now, bro, I don't be caring, bro. It can be good hate or bad hate. It can be people trying to criticize you in a good way or in a bad way. It's still gonna be some type of form of hate, and you got to realize that hate is also love.
It's a
So
form of it.
yeah, so it's either the way I take it, either the good way or the bad way from people, and that's how I look at stuff now. I just take it either the good way now or the bad way. But you play with me in my face though, I ain't gonna make no promises that you might get cussed the fuck out. Realize that now.
And then look what SD said in response to somebody's comment. It's the most broken English you've ever seen, so I just got to read it to you guys. J Train said, beating your girl is not stuff everybody goes through. Seek help, man. And then SD said, which, you know, SD hasn't really been convicted of that. That was, you know, he got arrested for some bullshit, but he's battling that shit in court right now. So, like, you know, shit. You feel me? SD says, my man, so say some, I'm going to read it exactly as SD wrote it, okay? Here's what SD responded. My man, so say some much, but need to remember, don't think of something or situation and try to make a big deal of. Remember crew stuff you have done to a person, you just don't never want to talk about it, or you just never got caught for or nobody. They were putting you in your place, for just remember that before you try to judge somebody. Honestly, when you read it, you can kind of tell what he's trying to say, but it's just like insane. He calls it the Da Vinci Code. I've already asked him about his fucking cryptic messages. He says it's the Da Vinci Code. Okay. Then he said, the guy responded again. He said, brother man, go take an English class before you at me again, which is just fucking hilarious. And then SD said, no, I want you to figure out what I'm saying. That how much I don't not pay attention to your BS to see what I wrote you. Good Lord, you type like a 2-year-old. So SD out here fucking tripping. But yeah, shout out to SD. Oh my goodness gracious, we got K209X in the fucking chat right now. K209X, can you tell us what's going on? K209X, give us an update. Nick Diaz coming home. But what's going on with you, Spartan Sano, K? What's going on, K? What's going on, K? Drop it in the chat right now. Guys, we got K209 in the chat. This is the K209. Oh my goodness, K, I did stick up for you for one thing, but I do have a question about it. You're over here recording Nick Diaz's phone calls. Now, I think there might be a reason if he's going back and forth telling you he loves you one day, you could stay at his house, and then the next, he's kicking you out. I think that would be fair to record, but, you know, they're alleging you're recording his fucking rehab calls. You feel me? Oh my God, I'm so excited right now. We got Kay in the motherfucking chat. She goes, I went to court trial. It's over. And Jose is mad that Nick spoke his wishes. Nick and I were both sworn in by the judge. Jose should mind his own business. Kay, can you give us a response? We got Kay in the chat. This is insane. Everybody drop some shit in the chat for Kay right now. Let me go get some water for Kay. Who's this guy? Dude, that's fucking Kay. That's Nick's girlfriend. This is Nick's girlfriend. Kay, what is the word? Kay, what is the word right now? Yes, this is K209, Nick's girlfriend. My shit almost froze. Free Nick. Shout out to Eric. Bro, I got so excited when I saw Kay in the chat. Kay, can you talk to us? Everybody ask Kay to fucking respond in the chat right now. I'm gonna read it again. Kay says, I went to court trial. It's over, and Jose is mad that Nick spoke his wishes. Nick and I were both sworn in by the judge. Jose should mind his own business. I think Kay might be rewinded in the stream right now. This is the K. This is the K. K209. Oh, shit. Boy, I'm fucking tripping right now. Okay, we're waiting. I mean, shit, you're the fucking news right now, okay? We're waiting for an exclusive update from you. While I sip on my semi-frozen coconut water. Everyone, feel free to ask Kay a question in the chat right now. Everyone, feel free to ask Kay a question in the chat. Why did you guys all go quiet as soon as Kay hops in the fucking chat? Well, I'm not gonna start yelling at K over here. We got K in the chat. Speak your piece. Mialboy says, whose side are we on? Jacob, you flip sides 2 or 3 times now. I'm on Nick's side. I'm on Nick's side. All right. But Nick be changing his mind. So that's what I want to get K's thoughts on. I'm trying to listen. How about this? I'm not on a side right now. I'm on the side of finding out the truth. So I got some questions for K based off of what I just read. Can we hear from K? K, are you willing to respond right now? The one defense I had for K, I already said it. But aside from that, I mean, K, what's the deal with Martin Sano? K's in the chat. What's the deal with Martin Sano? You feel me? Obviously, if I start yelling at her, she's not going to respond to me. So we got to, keep it professional in here. Miata Boy wants me to crash out on K as soon as she hops in the chat. She's not in the stream anymore, I'm going to assume. That's ridiculous, K, if you left. Absolutely ridiculous if you left, K. Don't be scared, homie. Damn, Nick Diaz Army. Eric says, K, speak your piece. Damn, this is wildin'. This is fucking wildin'. Should we just move on from this or what? Okay, here's K. That video is a year old. I've spoken to Nick, said he is in duress, and it's like they're holding a gun to his head and making him do stuff like that video. We are Nick Diaz. You know what, K? Over here, we just care about Nick Diaz, and you guys are both claiming things. You're claiming you're on Nick's side. Jose's claiming he's on Nick's side. So what do we believe, K? Can you help us contextualize this a bit more? Or tell your side of the story? What's going on with Martin Sano? Please don't tell me he did Nick dirty. And then the restraining order as well. So Nick didn't reactivate the restraining order, and are you allowed to stay there, or what's the deal now? Are you living at Nick's house? Are you not living at Nick's house? But Kay is saying this video is a year old. This one right here. Kay says this video is a year old.
Hey, I'm Nick Diaz. I like Squad. Ruben.
Jose wasn't in the courtroom. All right, let us know more, Kay. Let us know more. Shit, you want to hop on a call, Kay? Let me know. Maybe we could do a Discord call if you want to tell your piece. But I will say I have a hard time believing that his mom doesn't want his best interest. Why wouldn't his mom want his best interest? Miata Boy says, this is like mom and dad saying 2 different things. Kay saying one thing, Nick and everyone is saying different with the confused face. I know, that's what I'm trying to, let's hear her story, and I guess we can all be the judge of it. But we have the K in the chat right now. K, this is insane. This is insane, K. I've been following this story for over a year. Ever since that video got posted of Nick shirtless lighting grass on fire. K, can you confirm, did you post that video? Was that you? Because people say that was you. You have an opportunity to clear your name on the stream. This will be a video in the future. So if you want to say anything, clear your name. I'm going to read all your chats out loud. I don't have a relationship with Nick's mom. I have a relationship with Nick. Okay, but apparently he's giving Ruben and his mom permission to kick you out. But you say that his mom is signing off on all that paperwork against his will. So I guess you're going to keep telling me that. But it's like, this is why it's confusing for us. This is why it's confusing for us. Miata Boy says, if you say K one more time, I'm going to chin you. All right. I just want K to know I'm talking to her right now. I know K's listening, so anything you got to respond, K, just, let me know. We could literally get you on a Discord call right now if you want to. I did not expect this. We were about to move into the fucking Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul face-off, and here we are. Guys, ask Kay any questions you got. She in the chat right now. Kay, does Jose have a relationship with Nick, by the way, or what's the deal with that? Because I do see some people saying, like, why doesn't Nick follow you and shit? But again, do you got control of Nick's social media? Did you unfollow him on there? There's a million questions here. There's a million questions. And Kay, you still haven't responded about Martin Sano. I need to know about Martin Sano. They're also accusing you of having affairs with his friends now. Now that's the general Nick Diaz. We are team Nick Diaz. You cannot be doing that. We will listen to both sides of the story. We are open-minded and will hear out both sides of the parties involved. Yes, we will, Miata Boy. Yes, we will. So with that being said, Kay, let us know everything. We not judging. We just want to know what you got to say. We heard what Jose had to say, and I guess we're going to have to make up our own opinions. But let us know. And I really need to know about this guy, Martin Sano. Is he a fucking scoundrel or what? What's the deal there? Okay, so Kay says, no, he did not give them permission. He never even used my name in that video. They turned around and pushed all kinds of paperwork through the court without Nick's permission when the judge spoke to Nick. And what about Spartan Sano? Okay, can you let us know about Spartan Sano or these allegations that you're having nefarious affairs with his friends? But I mean, I mostly want to know about Spartan Sano. Like, why is Jose saying fuck Spartan Sano? But chins will be checked by the end of this situation, starting with Jacobs. I mainly want to know about Spartan Sano, okay? And Nick on the phone from the facility said Ruben and his family are crazy. The judge dropped the restraining order and the eviction. No, I did read about that. I did read about that. Jose doesn't like Sano because Nick had to throw him out of his house. All right. I got you, Kay. I got you. Anything else you want to share with us? Miata Boy saying Jacob playing instead of reading chat is crazy. I just was wondering what the deal is with the stream right now. I was checking some stats. We don't have everyone in the stream as usual. That's what's pissing me off right now. We got K in the stream and nobody else is in the stream. I gotta go. Talk to you later. Okay, K, I'll talk to you later. But feel free to hop in this chat anytime. Feel free to slide in the DMs if you want to relay any information to me. My DMs are open, K. Perry Punch on Instagram, X, YouTube, okay? Tap in with me, K. Also, K, if you're in here still, my personal Instagram, Jacob Castro TV, okay? Tap in with me if you want to give me any other info. At K209X. Okay, K. I'll slide in the DMs if you don't. If you don't slide in my DMs by the end of my stream, I'll slide into yours. I'll ask you more questions. Thanks for dropping in, K. I appreciate it. Okay? Thanks for giving us some information. I don't know who to believe, K. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I don't know who to believe. But I appreciate the information. I appreciate the transparency. Nice meeting you, K. It was nice to meet you. All right, boys. Well, that's that. Shout out to K. Man, I can't believe the stream numbers are low right now. HT, what I've read on social media, they say Nick's GF lies a lot. No, I get it, HT, but you know what's kind of confusing is that Nick is, you know, he got that restraining order, whatever. I don't know if he got it on K, but that restraining order was put on K, and then Nick was the one who got it removed from her. You feel me? So what does that say? Like, Nick was the one who got that removed. She says that this video is a year old. Now let's talk about how Jake is going to put AJ out fucking cold tomorrow. All right, let's get to it. Peace out, K. Peace out. Wow, what a surprise. What a fucking surprise. Okay, well, let's just break down all the face-offs with Jake and AJ. We got a few face-offs to look at least 2.
A third.
I'm gonna be real right now. I was more confident in Floyd Mayweather beating Conor than I am right now in AJ beating Jake. I'm actually less confident in AJ beating Jake than I was in Floyd beating Conor. Hey, what do you say, boys? That was crazy. We had K in the fucking chat. Looks like we can start just reaching out to her whenever BBJ Recovery posts something and get statements from her. We got a new connect. Now, I don't know who's telling the truth. That's the honesty from me. I don't know who's telling the truth. Yeah, drop some thoughts about Jake and AJ in the chat. Here's what AJ said.
Victorious, and that's what I'm focused on. What it is now, the games are done. It's time to lock in. I want him to pray for my opponent because he's going to need it. I'm just going to outclass him. I'm a serious fighter. That's just the difference. I'm a serious fighter. You're going to get fucked up. It is what it is. I have to be victorious. And that's what I'm focused on. What it is now.
You're going to get fucked up. And there's a couple more. I go live late one time. One time I go live late. Well, actually, it's been a couple nights this week. And motherfucking the numbers are down today. That pisses me the fuck off. But the numbers will be back up tomorrow for the stream and all that good shit. So whatever. Maybe it was the thumbnail. I don't know. I don't know what it was on the stream. But I'm telling you boys right now, the stream numbers are down. I don't know if everybody's fucking sleeping or what. But we don't even got like half the regulars in here right now. Send out a bat signal or something. Here it is. Before we even listen to it, I'll just read you what they said. Joshua says, "Don't touch my face." Jake says, "What are you going to do about it? I see fear. I can smell it." Give me some thoughts on this. Body language experts. Miata Boy says, "I think AJ has a 99.99% for putting Jake's chin in the next town over, but there's still 0.1%, and I'm holding on to it. There's a chance." All right, Miata Boy. All right. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking the fuck out of this, bro, but the powers that be when it comes to pressure, man, if you kind of know what I'm talking about when it comes to the pressure, you know, right? Like there is so much pressure on AJ to win here. If AJ wins, he going to be that guy who lost to Jake Paul, right? The former heavyweight champ who couldn't stand up for boxing, right? And keep boxing's good name because he lost to Jake Paul. If Jake Paul loses to AJ, who cares? He's a warrior for stepping in there with him, right? If he beats AJ, he broke boxing. But as HT or somebody else told me yesterday, I'm overthinking it. So let's hear it. Let's see it. Miata Boy says, "Restart the stream. Probably send out notification. Probably didn't send out notifications, and maybe the thumbnail I would change it to AJ and Jake Paul and Ilya." All right, Miata Boy, that might be a good suggestion.
You're touching my face, brother. Come on. Let's get this shit on, buddy. Let's go. Let's go. Here. Here. I can smell it. I can smell it. Look forward. Look forward, guys. Come on. Let's look forward. Let's look forward.
Okay. Let me check the numbers one more time. Okay, low-key actually will go ahead and maybe create a new thumbnail real quick. Miata Boy says, "Jake Paul smacks the black off AJ." Oh my god, you guys are insane. You guys are fucking insane. Shout out to Shavkat for the fucking thumbnail I got to make today. Yeah, let's make a new stream and thumbnail. Give me 1 second. Miata Boy clipped. Shit. Can't wait for the day where my streams start getting clipped from fucking people. Then I'll really have to do a PR class. Go to PR school. All right, I'm going to make a new thumbnail right now and shit. Jake acting all crazy and shit is a sign of fear. He's shit scared and he has to sell it to the audience. He has to show his bravery. I got you, HT. That's definitely a better assessment than what I got because I'm buying into the hype right now. Okay, I'm making a new stream. These motherfuckers can't stop it. We will get the numbers. I actually got the perfect screenshot. I got the perfect screenshot right now. Oh, I don't know if we can do it tonight because there's quite a bit of things to react to, but I'm definitely ready to do a tier list soon. So if anybody in the chat right now, we don't got too many, but anybody in the chat got a suggestion on what the first tier list should be? We've already done a press conference one, but like we could actually do it on here and make like a video out of it. Or we can do like, knockouts of the year type things. 5-hour stream and coming today, boys. We had a short one yesterday. Shout out Miata boy. All right, homie. I'll give you a long ass stream today. Shit. We just got to make sure that the numbers are right, homie. Okay, hold up though. Hold up. I'm making my new thumbnail. Any suggestions on the caption? I got it. Jake's getting beat up. No, I got it. Should I say Jake's getting beat up or Jake's going out cold? All right, I'm just putting Jake is getting KO'd. Out cold. Eric likes out cold. AJ makes Jake's chin fall off. What's your thought? I hope he does make his chin fall off. Shout out not Miata boy, Soda Pop for this one. Damn, it actually doesn't capture the part where he's catching his fist though. I really want that in there. No, we're just gonna do Jake's getting KO'd or whatever it was. Yeah, Jake is getting KO'd. That works better. Damn, no, I still need it to look like. No, that's the title. Oh. All right, I got you, Miata boy. That's not the typical title I usually type, but I'll use that as part of it. Okay, I think Jake's going out cold works. Louis, what up, Louis? There's not a whole lot to say about this fight other than Jake better hope AJ really has trouble hitting much shorter fighters. He might last a few rounds. Okay, we're doing Jake's going out cold, and this is homage to fucking Soda Pop once again. Because Soda Pop always says I'm going out cold. So shout out to Soda Pop on that. Okay, let me what are the numbers like in the stream right now? If the numbers start going up, nah, yeah, it's shit. It's shit. It's shit. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna stop this stream. I'm gonna start a new one. So everybody in here right now, join in like a minute or two. I'm gonna stop the stream and start a new one. All right, guys, I'll be right back.